people in there. So this is my first tutorial, and this is the first time I've ever filmed a video on this channel. I'm really excited for the videos to come, but this is my first look that I've done, and I got a bunch of new products that I wanted to try out. So some of them I'm actually trying for the first time on camera. Well, this lipstick I'm trying for the first time on camera. I've never put it on before in my life. So got that. And if you have any questions, comments, concerns, hopefully not a concern. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, if you want to leave them in the comments below, that would be awesome. If you have any suggestions about anything else that you would like me to do or that you would like to see, I'm fidgeting with my hair. If you want to like it and subscribe, that would be awesome. I'm going to list all the products that I used in the bottom bar. So if you have any questions of what those are, they're going to be down there. I hope you enjoyed it and keep watching. Bye. Okay, here we go. To start off, I'm going to be priming my eyes with my NYX eyeshadow primer pot. I think this only comes in one color. I'm really excited about it. With a flat Eco Tools brush, I'm just going to be putting this all over my lid. And then I'm going to take an Eco Tools fluffy face brush and set it down with a Bin 9 Neutral Set colorless powder, just to make it a little bit smoother and less sticky so the eyeshadows blend out a little bit easier. Going in with the Morphe 350 palette today, they don't name their shades. So I'm just going to be pointing to the eyeshadows that I'm using. I'm going to be using those two transition shades to blend into my crease with a Morphe E27 fluffy brush. And then underneath that, I'm just going to take another slightly smaller fluffy brush from Wet n Wild with that really pretty burnt orange shade, and I'm just going to keep it just slightly below the first transition, I cannot say that word, transition shade that I used. After that, I'm going to go in with a slightly smaller blending brush from Eco Tools with that really pretty brick red shade, and keeping that as low in the crease as I possibly can and focused mostly on the outer corners. And then for lid shade today, I'm going to be using the Colourpop Super Shock Shadow in La La. They recommend that you apply this to your lid with your fingertips. I actually hate that because I have nails and I cannot get to the inner part of my crease to save my life. But it does build really easily, and it gives a beautiful color payoff if you use your fingertips. So I'm going to take a little bit of a smaller, slightly angled brush from Eco Tools to try to get that into my inner corner as best as possible. You see me struggling here because it just does not apply with a brush. And then I'm going to just clean it off and use that same brush in the lightest two shades in the 350 palette. I'm going to be highlighting my brow bone and just blending that out as best as possible. And then I'm going to take a makeup wipe and clean up my edges and get rid of any of the fallout that I have. These Colourpop shades don't really fall out too bad, but I like a sharp edge. So then I'm going to be priming my face with my Benefit Porefessional. I'm really excited about it apparently. And putting that all over the places where I would have the biggest pores, and trust me, I have extremely large pores. And then for foundation today, I'm going to be using the Urban Decay All Nighter Foundation. I am in the shade 7.0, and I'm going to be dabbing that all over my face and blending it out with a damp Real Technique sponge. And don't worry if this shade looks, or not the shade, but if the foundation looks a little bit light on you when you first put it on, this does oxidize. But this is one of the best foundations I have ever used. I'm pretty oily, and it blends down into like the nicest matte that I think I've ever felt. It's not chalky and it doesn't feel like cakey, but it just does not let me get oily. For concealer, I'm going to be using my Maybelline Fit Me Concealer in 15 Fair. And with another damp blending sponge, I'm just going to be blending this out all over my Cupid's bow and a little bit on my forehead, just highlighting as best as I can. I'm not exactly sure where I got this blending sponge. It might be from Ulta. It's a little bit more dense than the Real Technique sponge or the actual Beauty Blender, but it works really good with my concealer. It's just not quite as squishy. Then after that, I'm going to be baking a little bit with that same Bin 9 colorless powder and the backside of the Real Technique sponge, just packing that as thick as I can underneath my eyes. Look at all that powder falling down. Wait, bake, and then just brush it away with a fluffy brush. To contour, I'm going to be doing like a really light blended cheek contour, going in with my CoverGirl Tawny bronzer, just carving out my cheeks a little bit, bronzing up my forehead and a little bit underneath my chin as well. And then for my nose, it looks so harsh, but I promise it's not. I use a CoverGirl Fix Stick Cream Contour for my nose. I think it's in the shade Deep. I'm getting ahead of myself. Look at that. Looks a little harsh. I promise it blends out really easily. Can you guys tell this is my first voiceover? Then blend, 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 blend. The sponge, I'm using the other side of the sponge. And then whatever colorless powder is left on that fluffy brush, I'm just going to take that all over my face and blend everything out. For blush today, I'm going to be using the Milani Baked Blush in Luminoso. This color is gorgeous. I love this blush. Then for brows, I carve out the outside of my brows with the Anastasia Dip Brow. I believe this is in the shade Brunette. And I'm just using a sharp angled brush from Eco Tools to carve out the outsides. My brows need some help right now. I need to go get them threaded again. I'm currently trying to grow them out, so they're a little wild. Please forgive me. When I fill them in, I use my NYX Brow Duo in dark brown and just try to get them to shape up as best as they possibly can while they're crazy right now. I promise I'll get them cleaned up soon for you guys. And then I am going to be taking my NYX Tinted Brow Gel and setting those down. I think this is in the shade Dark Brown. Then you will see me tight lining after that with my L'Oreal Carbon Black Smolder Pencil. And then I'm going to start outlining my wing with the Maybelline Line Stiletto Felt Tip Liner. Really make sure you shake it up good. It is not a maraca, but apparently I think it is. So I have a really shaky hand, and I don't do super well with the really soft brushed liquid eyeliners. So I'll go in with this Maybelline one first. This is my favorite felt tip liner, and I will shape the way that I want my wing to look, and then I go in with the Jordana Cat Eye liquid liner and fill it all in, make sure it all looks smooth and as sharp as I can get it. And then the fun part is making them match, which you know is a feat within itself. Keep on winging that liner. Wing, wing. I am so ahead of myself. How you guys doing? You still with me? So then after I get my winged liner the way I want it, I'm going to be doing my lower lash line with the same L'Oreal pencil liner and then smoking out some of those first transition shades that I used and the lightest gold shade from the 350 in the bottom inner corners of my eye, like right around my tear ducts. I smoke all that out. As soon as I can finish blending this, I am way ahead of myself on here. I am so sorry. Then after that, it is time to coat my lashes with a thin coat of the L'Oreal Voluminous, I think this is the Carbon Black mascara. This is my favorite. It is the blackest mascara of life. And then going in with a duo gel and my trusty Sally's tweezers. I think that I've had these tweezers for like 8 years. And I am popping on some Ardell Demi lashes. These are my favorite ones. I have tried the Demi Wispies multiple times. I know that everybody loves those, but the plain Demi ones I think look so much better for my eye shape. These are my holy grail lashes. I wear these things everywhere. And then I'm going to make sure, also make sure you let that duo gel get really tacky before you put those lashes on. Then with the same Carbon Black mascara, I'm going to put that on my lashes underneath, making sure I get all of them coated individually. I have extremely long lower eyelashes, so I have to be really careful because if I blink or sneeze, then you know what happens after that. For highlight today, I'm going to be mixing my two Colourpop Cheek Shocks in Wisp and Lunch Money and placing those on my Cupid's bow and my cheekbones. Yep, there I am with them. Like I said, I'm really ahead of myself, guys. I'm so sorry about that. So just popping that on with your fingertips. Again, with most of the Colourpop products, they recommend that you use your fingertips. And again, I don't really like it that well, but the products are so good that I don't really care. I do what I can. And just layering on that highlight because you want to shine to the heavens. And then I just take a little bit more blush and pop that back on there because I think I lost some of it. And now I'm going to be lining my lips with the Jordana lip liner in Rockin' Rose. This is one of my favorite lip liners. You can get these at Walgreens, I think. They're literally $2. And this shade, I don't know what it is about Rock and Rose, but I think it goes with every lipstick that I own, except for, of course, like deep shades. But any nude, this blends out and works with any lip color that I own. And then for the main reveal, I have one of the brand new Ultra Metallic Colourpop shades here. Just ordered these on Monday and they came in on Saturday. I was so excited. So I believe this one is in the shade Salt, and I'm going to be covering my lips in that. Look at that shine. Oh my god, I love these. For $6, you cannot beat these metallic lips. I love them so much. All done with the lips, and then I'm going to set my face with my NYX Matte Finish Setting Spray. When you're oily, you need everything matte. Then it is just time to let that hair down. My hair's been up for hours and it was killing my scalp, as you could tell. So this is the finished look. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you have any questions, like I said, please ask them below. Hopefully I'm going to be getting a lot better at this voiceover thing because this is the first time I have done that. But I hope you enjoyed. Please subscribe. Thank you for watching. I'm thinking, I don't think this is wet enough. Give me 2 seconds. 2. Thanks. Thank you so much. Is it blinking?
It's blinking.
Blinking, blinking.
My wife is texting me.